Hello and welcome back to TeaBookClub. TeaBookClub is an international group of tea lovers and readers who read a book every month, and then at the end of the month we meet online in a group chat across the world to discuss the book and share our thoughts and opinions and things that we found interesting or things that it's made us think of or change in our tea habits. This month we are reading The Story of Japanese Tea by Tyas Sōsen. And if you've been following along, I'm really loving this book. It's absolutely fascinating. So I will read a short section, a bit over 5 minutes from it today. And if you're interested or you've read this and would like to join the conversation, then check below where you will see the link and details to follow to TeaBookClub, where you can sign up and join us at the end of the month for our group chat. So let's start. I'm jumping in at page 87, and the section is Enhancement Treatments for Green Tea. The initial manufacturing methods introduced previously in this book are commonly maintained at the tea farmers' facilities, as they need to be conducted as quickly as possible after harvest to be able to oversee the freshness of the leaf, or to be able to treat the leaf as soon as it is required as the leaf continues to deteriorate or alter immediately after harvest. This manufacturing either takes place at the factory of one single farmer or at a shared facility that is managed in cooperation with a group of farmers in the same precincts. Although the tea that is produced after these stages can be brewed and savoured as such and is unlikely to alter its form anytime soon, it is not considered a suitable product for the marketplace yet. The product that is produced by tea farmers or farming communities is by the tea industry referred to as crude tea, aracha, a term that alludes to the roughness of the product for maintaining an uneven and messy appearance. Crude tea includes many of the twigs that were picked together with the leaf during harvest, and also does not discern between crumbled leaf and larger coarse leaves. Tea vendors generally prefer to even out the appearance of the final product by filtering out coarse leaves, dust and crumble, and twigs. Additionally, the filtered product is blended with other cultivars for an even taste, aroma and colour, or with remainders of last year's products to maintain a somewhat consistent taste of the commodities they have on offer. Such refinery processes are maintained at the facilities of wholesaler companies that purchase the tea from various manufacturers and use their in-house equipment to filter, brand, and blend each product according to the preference of the tea vendors they supply to. In addition, since a huge amount of waste is created during filtering and sifting, the extracted components that are considered unsuitable to be included in mainstream tea products are often sold separately as off-products from those primary tea variations sold in the marketplace. Off-products include twig tea, kukicha, composed of the twig parts filtered out from sencha, kabusecha, gyokuro and kamairicha. Crumble tea, konacha cha, not to be confused with matcha, containing mostly the crumble and dust that is generated as a result from forcibly pressing or lengthening steaming the tea leaf. Bud tea, mecha, containing small leaves and buds which were too small to survive the eyes of the sieve, and bancha, yanagi, comprised of the large coarse leaves separated out during sifting. Below I will give further account of the different stages observed at the wholesaler facilities. However, it should be noted that each wholesaler has his own unique preferences and methods to refine tea, and that it is nearly impossible to give a general account of the methods and activities maintained at such facilities. Therefore, I will give a broad insight of the standard procedures of wholesaler respects without getting carried away too much on the order in which these procedures are observed or the exact measures and methods that are taken for each individual purpose. Most activities are based on and adjusted according to the experience of the manufacturer himself and the understanding he has of the tea leaf he is handling, as well as the equipment he chooses to aid his efforts and improve the productivity with which he is able to work. Smoothing and separation. The tea leaf that is known to go to a wholesaler's facility is often not severely dried or branded at the farmer's factory. This is out of consideration for the wholesaler to be able to finish the leaf in his own preferred way. Therefore, the leaf that needs to be processed still contains a fairly large amount of humidity, which may cause the leaf to deform. In addition, the appearance of the tea is rough and uneven, which must be balanced out. Some wholesalers prefer to dry and brand the whole lot first, before they continue to filter the tea, whereas others may choose to filter and separate the leaf first and then apply the right amounts of firing to each batch of tea according to the batch's specific requirements. This consideration is made since twigs, for example, may require longer drying time than the tea leaf itself. During smoothing and separation, the manufacturer can choose to cut and trim the tea leaf to a smaller size in order to become equal. Selection and sorting of leaf parts and twigs or veins by means of filtering machines that make use of air or static electricity for selection, and sieving to separate tea leaf from coarse leaf, kowaba or atama, or crumble and dust. These methods guide the leaf to consistency, rendering it more appealing to the eye, while it becomes better suitable for the wholesaler and retailer's purposes. Branding. When branding is conducted at the wholesaler's facilities, the tea farmer commonly refrains from branding the tea at his facilities after crude processing. As indicated earlier, the manufacturer may choose to brand the whole batch prior to selection, or chooses to fire each batch of separated product individually after selection. When the crude tea reaches the wholesaler's facilities, it generally still maintains around 5% humidity. During this stage, the humidity is lowered further to approximately 3%, by heating the tea leaf in a drying chest similar to the type explained previously. The wholesaler aims to improve the luster and colour of the tea leaf while enhancing this aroma by adding the right amount of heat at the right temperature. In the case of high-grade sencha, it is said that the fragile leaf tends to deepen its colour while becoming an enhanced glossy shine. Blending. The essence of blending revolves around choosing the right single types of tea from different regions, seasons or cultivars to produce a product that is balanced in the three basic aspects: flavour, aroma, and appearance, colour. This is done in consideration of the specific tastes and preferences of the local consumer community, or sometimes even the retail price of a certain brand. This enables local and national scale tea vendors to continue providing the usual tea to their customers year in and year out. Now I'm just going to start the next chapter because it's a nice introduction to something that is very important for all of us tea drinkers. Matcha, Chapter 3. Matcha is the pinnacle of Japanese tea. In order to sufficiently grasp what Japanese tea in essence is, I believe that it is necessary to primarily understand the cultural value and concept of matcha. However, such an apprehension cannot come about when the aspects of cultivation and manufacturing for tea in general as elucidated in the previous chapter are not comprehended sufficiently at first. This is why I have chosen to expound on the other variations of green tea that are common in Japan today first, only to secondarily devote a dedicated chapter to analysing the quintessence of matcha. While in Japan the consumption of matcha is gradually declining, the tea's popularity is rapidly growing in the West. Major health benefits have been attributed to the product, which have rendered it a highly desired item for the more health-conscious among us. But in contradiction to the more traditional ways of imbibing matcha, its use in the West has seen a major shift to alternative applications such as the use in smoothies, sweets, etc. Although it is widely known that matcha in essence is a green tea that has been pulverized and ground into a fine powder, the essence of what matcha truly is and how it comes about still remains a mystery for most. In this chapter, I wish to shed a broader light on what matcha is and how it is grown and produced in order to allow for better understanding of what is or what it isn't that we are consuming. First of all, I feel that it is important to understand that other leaf types of green tea produced in Japan are generally considered inferior to matcha. In the previous chapter on sencha, I have indicated that hand rolling methods for the production of green tea have devolved in the 17th century. The initiation of such practices is commonly attributed to Tyas Sōsen, 1681 to 1778, who is said to have around 1738 invented new processing methods that have led to the standardized manufacturing of sencha, and later on also gyokuro. These methods, however, are a derivation of the approaches that were taken for the production of matcha. And I'll leave it there for this week. But if that has spiked your interest, then definitely get your hands on this book, because the rest of the chapter on matcha, which I'm halfway through, is absolutely fascinating, and a really lovely history and delving deeply into it, so highly recommended. And it would be lovely if you could also join us at the end of the month for our discussion. Follow the link below, head on over to TeaBookClub.org, and we look forward to seeing you there.